Are you ready to challenge the norm and lead your business to not just any success, but sustainable success? Today, we tackle net zero, what it is, why it matters, and how it's not just a buzzword, but a crucial goal for future-focused businesses. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand what net zero really means, but you'll also walk away with 3 actionable strategies to start your journey towards achieving net zero. Hi everyone, my name is Tasneem Bakri and I simplify sustainability for businesses, consultants and advocates with clear, actionable strategies. I spent over 6 years guiding clients towards achieving their sustainability goals, and I've seen firsthand the powerful impact of integrating sustainable practices to become part of an organization's DNA. Chances are you've been hearing a lot about net zero lately, from bold announcements to visionary commitments splashed across headlines. Everyone seems to be talking about their commitments to decarbonization. So what exactly is net zero? Let's break it down. In simple terms, net zero means that your company's net released greenhouse gas emissions, or mainly carbon emissions, are zero. This means every ton of CO2 you emit is counterbalanced by a ton you remove or offset. Think of it like a budget for your business, but instead of money, you're balancing carbon. So the ideal state you reach after that is called net zero. And when does the world reach net zero emissions? When the amount of greenhouse gases released into the Earth's atmosphere is balanced by the amount removed. And for that to happen, decarbonization efforts, or carbon mitigation, cessation, or reduction, are needed from everyone. Challenging? Yes. Doable? Absolutely. Many companies, from giants like Google to outdoor heroes like Patagonia, are blazing this trail, proving it's both doable and profitable. Take Google, for example. They've been carbon neutral since 2007, and now they're aiming for net zero by 2030. Last year alone, Google reduced its carbon emissions by 40%, thanks to investing in high-quality carbon offsets and renewable energy projects. As for Patagonia, they aim to reach carbon neutrality by 2050 across all their operations. It is also worth noting that for us to reach global net zero, 7 major energy and land use systems will need to undergo transformation. These are power, industry, mobility, buildings, agriculture, forestry, and waste. They all contribute significantly to emissions, and they're all interdependent. I know what you're thinking. Why do we care? Well, I'll need another video on why we should care, but in short, we care because achieving net zero could limit global warming, and science clearly shows that in order to avoid the worst impacts of climate change and preserve a livable planet, global temperature increase needs to be limited to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. I like this quote of Paul Polman, former CEO of Unilever. He says, "Climate change is sometimes misunderstood as being about changes in the weather. In reality, it is about changes in our way of life." Think about that. In recent years, we've witnessed a significant shift in how countries globally are addressing sustainability. Many nations are not only making voluntary commitments, but are also moving towards mandating specific sustainable practices. Businesses should pause and take action on this. Why? Because these are not just promises. They are preparing you for regulations that will soon shape the legal landscape of operating standards. From carbon emissions reduction to sustainable resource usage, these regulations mean that adapting now isn't just advisable, it's essential for your business's continuity, and you need to stay ahead of these changes. I know I used examples like Google and Patagonia. However, you need to remember that choosing net zero does not mean your business operations have to be as vast as these corporations. It's just about making smart choices that scale to your needs and to execute them. Every business, regardless of its size, can make decisions that collectively have a massive impact. So let's take a quick look at 3 simple steps you can use to kickstart your journey towards net zero. First step, know your numbers and conduct a carbon audit. Conducting a carbon audit allows you to understand exactly where your emissions come from, setting the stage for effective reduction strategies. And this isn't just about knowing your numbers. It's also about uncovering the truth of your operations and preparing for genuine change. Here's how to do it effectively. Start with scope. Use the right resources. These could be experts to help you or software to simplify the data collection process. Gather data, apply the appropriate emission factors, and monitor closely. Now that you have your carbon emissions data, start investing in renewable energy, or at least have a clear plan to do so if it's suitable for your business. Renewable energy might have started out as a very costly option, but thanks to the increasing demand and advancements in technology, renewable energy is now more affordable than ever. Transitioning to solar or wind energy not only cuts costs in the long run, but also reduces your carbon footprint significantly. The third and final step is promoting a green culture in your organization. I know engaging your team in sustainable practices might seem small scale, but every giant leap starts with a small step. Initiatives like recycling programs or going paperless can lead to bigger changes. And yes, you need to have incentives in place for those. There's no running away from rewarding your employees to promote sustainable behaviors, so keep a budget for that. There you have it. These are the 3 steps you need to focus on for your journey towards net zero. And I think it's really important that I mention one last thing here. My recommendation for business owners is to completely forget about making a publicized commitment right now. Yes, forget about your competitors. Just focus on starting with these steps and you'll be on the right track. The right time to publicize a commitment is when you have a clear, actionable plan in place and you've already started to see some tangible results from your initial efforts. This approach will ensure you have made progress before making any bold announcements, which not only ensures that your commitment is based on realistic and achievable goals, but also strengthens your credibility and trust with stakeholders. I hope you've learned something new today, and that next time you see a headline about net zero, you're already on your own unique journey at your own pace that is suitable for your business. And as Robert Swan once said, the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. I'll leave you with that thought until the next video. Thanks for watching.